Ben, you've been through a lot with this team. We've watched you and listened to you come to these press conferences time after time again and answer the critics. It's been a full-on few months here in Auckland. How proud are you of your team you created?
I'm really proud of the team because we've had a tough ride of it. All things considered, down here in New Zealand, we really struggled with the opening event, the World Series event, and we really couldn't get out of our own way. And the way the team came together and dug deep and to get us through that, and to, just turn the performance around for the round robins and get ourselves into the Pride Cup final. I mean, that was a huge team effort, and I can't thank them enough for, it's been 3 or 4 years of blood, sweat and tears, and ultimately we didn't get where we wanted to get into the America's Cup final, but we've come a long way as a team, and again, a huge thank you to everyone involved.
The harder question, of course, is where the team goes from here.
Yeah, we've got to take a long, hard look at ultimately what we didn't get right, why our performance wasn't where we wanted it to be. And I think in these situations, you've just got to be really honest about what went wrong and why, and how do you rectify that. And we will do that. We made a commitment to win the America's Cup, to get it back to Britain. We're going to do that. And as far as I'm concerned, until we achieve that, then the job's not over, and we've got to keep going.
For us, it's been an absolute delight watching the progress of Ineos. You and Giles, I mean, the master class of tactics on board, bringing along some young sailors, Blendan Mon, I mean, British stars that, we'd hardly heard of before, and, a band of brothers, as you say, blood, sweat and tears. With a moment to reflect on it, what positives will you take away from this incredible journey?
I think the positives I'll take from the team, we've clearly got some grit and determination in our organisation to turn things around as we did. And you mentioned some of the younger sailors like Bledin and Neil Hunter and Ben Cornish and Tim Carter. To see those characters grow as they have done in the last 4 years, it's immensely rewarding for the whole team, and how the organisation has matured. I think perhaps if we'd been through what we had 4 or 5 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to come through and get ourselves into the final, and frankly, I'm not sure that many teams would have done. So again, it's a huge credit to the whole team. I think about our shore team, the designers, the engineers, everyone involved has just put so much effort into turning the team around. So again, a huge thank you to all of them.
There's been plenty of chat about deals going forward, Ben. Can you shed any light on the role Ineos might take?
Not really, no. I mean, what I have to say is Jim, Ratcliffe and John and Andy and the whole of the Ineos group have just been unbelievable backers through this campaign. And not just the financial support they bring to the campaign, but also their approach to their business and also to Ineos Sports. When you look at Mercedes F1 team and the Grenadier cyclists and Eliud Kipchoge, and being associated and being a part of such a successful group of sports teams, for us is an incredible opportunity and some great learnings there, and we really hope that continues. So I think the team has developed a lot through this cycle. We've got some great talent, and I think we've proven we've got the grit and the determination. I mean, we really did fight till the end. So if we can get our performance up to scratch, I think we can be a really strong challenger, and we can go all the way.
Ben, you never talk about yourself, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. It has been a roller coaster for you here in Auckland, and every day you've turned up here and been so composed and so realistic, and actually, an incredible ambassador for your team. You have led your team from the front. Now it's all over. Just how exhausted are you by it, and what a privilege has it been to lead all these people through this time?
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's a privilege, really, to have a team of people that we have. I couldn't be prouder of them, and they've made my job a hell of a lot easier by their approach to the challenges that we've found ourselves in. And every single person in the group has really dug deep, and again, I couldn't be prouder of the team and proud to lead the team. but we want to win the America's Cup, and I want this team to win the America's Cup. That's got to be our focus now, is how can we, mature as a team, what lessons can we take from this so that we get ourselves where we need to be in the America's Cup final.
Francesco, you've come here and stood in that exact spot week after week and told me it's one race at a time, it's all about marginal gains, not to get ahead of yourself. Now you can tell me, how happy is your team right now?
Sure, now I can tell you, we are very, very happy. Yes, I've been compressing myself day after day. I knew that we had a strong chance, but I was very worried about the English team. They are a fantastic team, full of talent. We're talking about Ben Hensley and Giles Scott, and I cannot think about a stronger afterguard. So I was worried, but at the same time I knew that we could do it. And I think we proved to everybody that we deserved it. That's the most important one.
Looking back, Ineos were so dominant. They looked unbeatable in those round robin. How did you turn Prada around and present such a dominant performance? What happened?
Well, obviously, when they beat us, we did a lot of tactical mistakes, and we analyzed them hard. We were very hard on ourselves. The coaches give us the right recipe to come around the problem and to solve the problem. And I think we have a lot stronger package than before. I think their afterguard and their tactics on the course was something to learn from, and we learn a lot from them, and it's been a fantastic challenge.
I'm sure there'll be a night of celebration, but you didn't come here to win the Prada Cup, and in less than 2 weeks' time you will face the defender, the home team, right out here in the Hauraki Gulf. How will you maintain the intensity, and what do you think you can bring to that head-to-head?
I think, to be fair, the best thing for us was to go through the bad period of the round robin, because we have been going through the semi-finals and the finals, a lot of racing, and we had to improve week by week. And I think we are almost used now to work hard and to improve and to get to the next challenge. And I think, as I said before, if you want to win the America's Cup, probably you have to go through the calendar we have been going through.
Giles, as Ben himself said in the press conference, it's been a wild ride. The last few months in Auckland has been, an incredible journey for your team. Now it's over. How difficult a day is this?
It is difficult, and for sure we have been on a wild ride. It's been a little bit of a soap opera, really, but it's been amazing to be a part of. We've had some dark days, and I'm immensely proud of what the team's done. The whole group over there, everyone from sailing, design to shore, really did come together after the ACWS. We had to hunker down, we had to adapt a bit of a siege mentality, and as a group we did come through it, and we got a boat out there that was competitive. Ultimately, it wasn't quite enough, which is the disappointing part, but I'm super proud of all the guys over there.
Ben never talks about himself, but to the outside world he's been so solid throughout this whole time.
Yeah.
What's he been like from the inside?
Well, he's been just that. He's been solid. He's been being Ben. He's a fierce competitor. He wants to win, and he's installed that in the masses across the viaduct there. I'm sure, like us all, he's disappointed. But I think, as we've been saying, we have to hold our heads high, congratulate Luna Rossa, wish them well for the final.
You talked in the press conference about the culture that's been created at Luna Rossa. How proud are you of the result today and what's been created there?
Yeah, it's been a real goal from the beginning of the campaign. Was really to create that culture inside the team. Italians are an amazing group. I mean, they're very passionate, very emotional, a lot of energy. But the big thing we've really worked on hard has been composure, and whether it's been a good day in the water or a bad day in the water, trying not to get too far, outside. And just so proud to see how well the team has really taken that on and grown and learnt from that. And now we've really built that culture inside where, everyone is just doing whatever they can for the team. And I just can't wait for this main event coming up.
Well, that composure certainly went away today when you'd finally won the Prada Cup final. I mean, what did it mean to the team, that victory?
Yeah, I think the team is, they're just such a passionate group and it has been just a relentless campaign, definitely one of the hardest ones I've done. And, I think it was just such a release for them, to finally let it out. And it was just so cool to see them all. And that really is one of the best parts about these campaigns is, after a result like today, is to see all those team members that put in so much hard work and just to see how happy they are. And it's just awesome.
The next stop is the match in less than 2 weeks' time. How much are you looking forward to facing up against Pete and Blair and Glenn Ashby? I mean, the guys that stopped you winning 4 years ago in Bermuda.
Yeah, well, really very, very fortunate and very lucky to be going into my fourth cup in a row. And yeah, it's been some tough days since Bermuda. It hasn't been a lot of sleep, and just really have honestly thought about it every day. That's really been one of the motivating factors. Very, very thankful to Muccia, to Patrizio, and to Max for giving me a shot with the team. And very honoured, to be accepted into the Italian team. It's an amazing group, and I'm going to do every single thing I can to get us as many wins as we can in this cup.
Max, we saw you get a little bit emotional in the press conference. Just summarise for me, I guess, what this win really means.
Well, it means a lot to think, no? And I had a crazy guy like Patrizio gave me the chance to run this team, and I didn't want any medal, no? I am coming from the bow, I was a bowman, and slowly in my career I moved back in the boat, and then they asked me to run a team, and 20 years ago I won the first time the Louis Vuitton Cup. I won the cup a few times, but my dream is to try to win the cup for Italy with Luna Rossa, and they give me the opportunity to try to achieve that, and first step was to try to win the Prada Cup, and yes, it's been an emotional moment. I think I had to still digest. I didn't have time to think yet what we did so far. So I'm going to take a few hours off after this, all of this, and stay with my family, with the guys, with the boys, and enjoy a little bit of hour. And then for tomorrow, we're going to start to think about the next one.
The America's Cup is, in some ways, the ultimate team sport. It's a massive jigsaw to pull together and get right. At this moment, how proud are you of the band of people you've gathered together and the work they've done?
It sounds strange, but I'm really pleased for the guys, for the team. There is a lot of young guys in the team. There is a lot of new guys. They push really hard to be able to be here, and it's hard. It's hard to describe how tough it is being involved in the cup. You have to give everything, your life, your family life. We really enter into the base around 6:30 in the morning, and we go out whenever we finish. It could be at midnight. So we're not going to have much time for our kids. My son, I think he did more race here in Auckland than when we were in Italy, and I only see him one day for a few hours. So it just gives you the perception on how much effort you have to put. And the funny thing, the cup, you getting addicted. It's like a drugs. When you get involved, it's hard to get out, and that is This is my 7th campaign, and every time I say this is my last one, but I'm still here, and I want to win. I want to win again.
Let's look ahead. In less than 2 weeks' time, you'll be back out there against the defender on their home waters. What can Luna Rossa bring to that match? And what are you going to have to bring to that match?
Well, for sure, we need to keep pushing. We need to keep improve. We need to analyze the mistake we did in the last 8 races, because we did mistake. And we know they're going to be fast because they were fast in December, so today they're going to be even faster. We improve a lot our boat. I think the biggest improvement we had is from a boat handling, communication, the way we sail the boat. Jimmy and Keiko, they're getting better and better. And we need to improve every department, everything on the boat, from components, sails, way we sail the boat. For sure, we will put a lot of in the pre-start. And then we'll see. Hopefully, we're going to sail a few races in light condition, and let's see how the two boats are going to perform.